Hey, it's Brooke.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And this is Take It To Go, the podcast where two college girls try and figure out their lives over dinner.
Sort of. In this podcast, we're going to be food reviewing chain restaurants.
Because we're in college and that's all our budget allows.
Right. And we're also going to be addressing the issues we care about.
And hopefully you might care about them too.
Oh, and it's for a grade.
Shout out Dr. Fick. Welcome back to Take It To Go, where we're getting silly at Chili's. Last episode we left off with the appetizers, and this episode we're moving on to the entrees.
All right, so we're going to be trying these bacon ranch quesadillas, and we've heard great things about these, and it comes with sour cream, salsa, and does it come with ranch? This is not ranch. Wait.
More sour cream.
Please tell me it comes with ranch. Oh, it does. It does.
Okay.
Oh my god. I was going to say, I'm like, yo, don't play me like that. We got ranch, salsa, and sour cream, so we're good.
So there's not ranch in it?
I don't know.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out. They look good. They smell good.
Yeah,
I love a good quesadilla.
I love quesadillas.
We've heard these are a fan favorite from Chili's, so I think we should just go for it.
Let's get silly.
Getting silly at Chili's.
Okay, let's open it up.
Just from looking at it, it doesn't look like there's any ranch on it.
Yeah, it does not.
I could be wrong though. There could be like ranch seasoning.
I'm never mad at ranch seasoning.
It's good.
It is good. I like the bacon. The bacon's doing it for me.
You know, it's funny. I'm not like a big bacon person.
Me neither.
I do enjoy it. Ooh, I just got the ranch in this also. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm dipping mine in the ranch. Well,
it's really good in the ranch.
just quite a didn't bite.
I don't care if you double dip, but
That's
like
cute.
that's because we're friends. We're friends. I don't
We are
mind
a pro double dipping household.
I don't mind if she double dips. I'm gonna try it with some salsa.
Not a salsa person, sorry.
Oh, that's fair. No, that's fine. I like this type of salsa. It's like fresh. It's like it looks like diced tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not like jar salsa.
Yeah, this is the kind of salsa I like.
And it's really good with the ranch. And honestly, I'm kind of picky about chicken that comes in quesadillas. Because I feel like sometimes it's like too rubbery, but this is actually pretty good. It's pretty tender.
I think it's even better with the salsa than with the ranch.
Really?
In my opinion. But you don't like salsa.
Yeah, so.
I feel like you wouldn't relate to that. It's giving like, it's crispy. I like the chicken. The chicken's not like charred. I feel like the chicken's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not a lot of flavor to the chicken, but
that's fine.
The bacon does a lot of the heavy lifting, and so does the ranch.
It's a really smoky, like, bacon flavor.
Yeah, it's a strong bacon flavor. I like it. It almost tastes like fake bacon, like bacon bits.
It does.
But I'm not mad about it.
I'm thinking that there is no ranch in this unless you dip it. And if we're wrong, well, they need to put more ranch then.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm not tasting it without dipping it in ranch.
And the cheese is melted. Thank you, chili gods.
It's really good. I think the tortilla is like the perfect crispy. I like when in the tortilla, because sometimes with quesadillas, and I know quesadilla. Like a quesadilla is one of my like go to like what I'll order.
Yeah, I love a quesadilla.
Just from anywhere. My least favorite thing is when the tortilla gets like soggy.
Yes.
It's so, but this like holds up. Like it's like not bending or like you know how it gets real like greasy all over and it just sogs. Like it's not like that.
Like
it's
a Wawa
crispy.
quesadilla.
Yes, but Wawa quesadillas, I like them. Some of them.
They're either hit or miss. I feel like it depends on the Wawa.
That's true. I like the pierogi quesadilla.
I've never had that.
Oh my god, it's literally just like mashed potatoes on a quesadilla.
It
tastes like a pierogi. It's so good.
I'm sold.
It's so good. But I think I would order this again.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would
think it's
too.
good.
Like I said, more ranch, but
I don't think it's, it doesn't ever really look as good as what's in the pictures though.
No.
I was going to say, it doesn't look as good as what they advertised. I was expecting more flavor, but it's giving bacon. It's giving
a lot
cheese.
Of bacon. Yeah.
It's giving ranch when you dip it in ranch. It's not giving ranch without the ranch dip. But that's why they put it with ranch, I guess.
Yeah, every element on its own is fine.
Yeah.
I would get it again.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Didn't disappoint. Okay, so back to the topic at hand.
Oh, yeah. Getting back on track.
Let's talk relationships, specifically breakups.
Aww.
Boo.
Cue the aww.
Yeah.
Boo.
What's worse, a friend breakup or like a relationship breakup?
I think a friend breakup. Because I have experienced both.
Okay.
But I think it really depends on the person. Like I said, I told you, I'm not like codependent with my friends, but I I like to go, like, I'm not going to go shopping by myself. Usually I'm going to text my friends and be like, hey, you want to come with me? Like, I just do everything with my friends.
Yeah.
I just always want to spend time with them. And so, and I'm constantly texting them all throughout the day and stuff. So it's like getting, like, not having a friend in your life anymore. It's like grieving a loss almost. And it's the same way with a relationship breakup too, because you are grieving the loss of that person. But I just think it's so much more manageable because, like I said, I'm not seeing my boyfriend every day because I'm like, I could do without you. You're nice to have, but I don't need you. I do need my friends. I love my friends. Like, I went, like I said, I went through a friend breakup over the summer, and it was still, like, you know, emotionally recovering. Like, it was very hard, even though I initiated it. I still am, like, you know, upset about it at times, because I'll think, like, oh, like, I miss this person. But, you know, I guess the same thing happens when you're in a serious relationship with somebody, too, and you break up. You think of something, and you're like, oh, I miss it. But
yeah, like, everything will remind you of them.
yeah, I think they're bad. They're both unfortunate in their own ways, but they're also good, too, because it's, like, sometimes things, you know, it's okay if a relationship, friendship, or, you know, romantic has an expiration date.
I agree.
I still think a relationship can be successful even if you didn't marry that person.
Yes.
Or if you don't stay friends forever.
And I do feel like right now we live in, like, a time when it's like we look at relationships as, like, if they ended, then you failed.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that.
And I think we almost need to, like, move away from that. Like, why does everyone have to date to marry? Why can't I just, like, date to date?
Yeah, and you learn about yourself dating, too, because you learn what you like, what you don't like, whatever.
Absolutely.
But what do you think is worse, like a friendship breakup or a romantic breakup?
So I can't specifically think of, like, having a friend breakup. I don't know if I've ever had, like, a very strong friend breakup.
Knock
like,
on wood.
Yeah. Me and Asher are not going to be friends after this episode. But, like, there's friends I've, like, grown apart with and that I don't really care to, like, see again. But there was never really any bad blood, like, no hostility.
So just like you grew apart.
Yeah, so I just think from that perspective of, like, I have experienced a breakup pretty recently, too.
Yeah.
Might I add. And it was hard because, like you said, everything reminds you of them, and then there's, like, the million questions of, like, what if, like, I dropped salsa. We're making a big old mess. We're having a food fight.
I'm listening. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. But I think... Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I'm so sorry. No, you had a big breakup recently, and you think of them. You think of them when you hear certain things.
And it's also the questions of, like, what if? Like, what if I stuck around? Like, what if...
That's true.
What if he was gonna change?
That's also... I think sometimes we're more mad at ourselves, and that's why we fixate on breakups for a long time. Because a lot of the times when I even talk to my friends, or even myself, when you experience a breakup of any sort, it never boils down to I had no idea. It always boils down to, like, I knew and I chose to ignore it for a long time and I stuck around anyway.
It's like rose-colored glasses. Yeah, it's like the red flags just look like flags.
It's, like, worse to be, like, mad at yourself almost, and you're kind of like, why did I stick around when I knew this wasn't going to work? I knew it stopped working a while ago and I still tried to, like, make it work.
Yeah.
But it's like, why? Like, what for?
I just think people have this instinct that, like, other people are going to change. And, like, as unfortunate as that sounds, it's like you just want to see the good in people. And, like, people do tend to ask that, like, after a breakup of, like, why'd you stick around? Like, why this, why that? And it's true. Like, I don't know. Like, I did what I felt like I had to do, and I felt like it was manageable. I felt like it was fixable, and then it wasn't.
And you think you're gonna change somebody, or that you're gonna, like, fix them. But the reality is, like, you can't change somebody else unless they want to. Yes. Because people, let me tell you, people will change for the people they want to change for.
Yes.
They will.
Yes.
If they want to, they will. That's my motto. I said that for 2023. If they want to, they will.
Yeah.
That's what I'm, like, living by.
And you can't help someone who doesn't want it.
Yeah, like, I had this guy over the summer who I was really, you know about this. I was, like, really into this guy, right? I really was, like, I wanted to go out with him. We were talking for a while, and things were kind of just, like, not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I wanted more. And I was like, I finally gave him, like, an ultimatum. And I was like, you know, if you're not going to take me out or, like, be my boyfriend, like, I don't want, like, there's no purpose for me being here.
This is too casual.
Just going anywhere. And it kind of blew up in my face. But you have to expect that to happen when you have an ultimatum, is that they're not always going to do what you want them to do. Like, he was kind of just like, okay, and, like, was like, that was the end of it. And I was like, he didn't even, like, chase me or anything. I was like, okay.
And
like,
you said this to me, you can only give an ultimatum so many times.
Yeah. Before it just completely loses its impact.
Yes.
Because then they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're going to leave? Really? Because you said that last time and you didn't.
And I think that's, like, also a big thing in relationships, is, like, people will always assume that you're not going to leave. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why people get so comfortable in their relationships and feel like the not the romantic elements, but, like, the courting, almost, for lack of a better term, like, oh, well, once we're in the relationship, that's done. And I feel like that's why, like, so many relationships, like, harbor that kind of, like, resentment of, like, we don't do anything because, like, you think I'm, like, here to stay. Mm-hmm. And especially when you're, like, young, it's like, why stick around for that? If someone who's, like, not willing to, like, remind you that they're still interested in you.
Yeah, the pond doesn't get any bigger than it does right now. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So it's like, if you're, I mean, why would you stick around for somebody who's not interested in you when there's probably 1,000 other people who are?
Yes, and someone who will be exactly what you want. But something I've noticed with that, too, is, like, the idea of people changing is the most advice, or the thing I've heard the most, like, after dealing with the breakup is, like, men never change. And I understand that, and I get the sentiment, but I don't think it's a super helpful, advice, and I don't think it's a super helpful attitude.
And I don't think it's necessarily true.
Well, like you said, I think people change for who they want to change for.
Exactly.
But also, like, am I just supposed to accept that? Am I just supposed to accept that anyone I want to date,
that's
like,
true. That's like a beggar's mentality.
Yes, might not, like, step up for me. Like, I think that's so frustrating, and I think it almost, like, takes the blame, not the blame, but, like, takes the responsibility off of guys to, like, have to grow.
It's like, well, they're just gonna act like shit, so, you know, just expect it.
Yeah, find someone who has their shit together already, and then, like, then it'll be fine.
It's true.
And it's like, why is the pressure on me to find someone who's already has their shit together when, like, I'm expected to grow and develop and evolve as a person?
You're getting your shit together. It's like, you have a lot to offer, so it's like, why would I settle for somebody who isn't offering me anything when I know what I can offer, when I know that I'm giving a lot? Like, why would I settle for somebody who's not giving at least the same that I'm giving, if not more? You know what I mean?
I think there's such a double standard of, like, how, like, men and women are treated in breakups, because it's like, guys just never change, and I just think it's, like, such a cop-out. It's like, okay, guys never change, and I guess I'm just never gonna date anyone ever again, because they're never gonna change. And that makes you feel so, like hopeless, almost, of, like, okay, like, thank you, noted, like, what do you want me to do with that?
But like I said, I also don't necessarily think it's true, because I fully believe, like, you will change for who you want to change for, and this isn't just guys. I think girls do this as well.
Absolutely.
I think, because I know there's been guys who, we were talking about this earlier, there's been guys who I'm like, I might give mixed signals to, or who I'm like, I don't know, like, do I like them, do I not? I'm going back and forth, and generally, it's just because I don't like them. Like, I'm just not that into them.
Yes.
Whereas there's other guys where I'm like, yes. Like, if they asked me today, like, do you want to go on a date? I'd be like, yes, because I like them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know that so it's like, when you're expecting somebody to change, it's like, maybe it's not what you want to hear, but maybe they're just, like, not that into you. Maybe that you're not the one for them. And that's also, like, they're entitled to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you can't expect people to change for you. Like you said, it's maybe just not the relationship for you.
Yeah, and it might not be what you want to hear, but it's like, maybe you feel this amazing connection towards this person, but they just don't feel it towards you.
Yeah.
And I know I've been on the other end of that, like I said, over the summer, where I gave that ultimatum, and I'm like, he's definitely going to want to go on a date with me after and he was like, kind of just like, crickets, like, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, shit.
I was like, well, damn, guess he really doesn't like me that much. But it's like, that's when you get your stuff and you move on. You're like, all right.
Yeah, and I feel like
it is what it is.
That's like a hard truth to accept, too.
He just wasn't
like,
that into me.
He's just not that into you.
Yeah, and it's like,
you heard it here first. He's
you win
just
some,
not
you
that
lose
into
some.
you.
You win some, you lose some, ladies. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like, you could, like, people hold on to this one relationship, and they're like, well, once this changes, it's all gonna be fixed.
And it's also not fair to, like, expect people to change their mind. Like, because, like I said, there was this one guy who, he was really, really trying to, like, get serious with me, and I, at the time, was just like, no, I'm not looking for anything serious, and I felt like he was like hearing me, he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But then he was continuing to try to treat me like it's a serious relationship, thinking I would change my mind, that I want a serious relationship. But it's not fair. And like I said, what I did to that guy over the summer, he told me a few times he didn't want a serious relationship. And I chose to ignore it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to change his mind.
Yeah.
That's not fair. If somebody's communicating that to you, that they don't want a serious, like, you cannot try to change their mind. That is not fair. Like, if they don't want a relationship, they don't want one. And it's like, and probably, like I said, it goes back to that thing that they are just not that enamored by you to begin with, you know?
Like, it's also the thing, it's like, if someone's telling you who they are, listen. If someone's telling you that you deserve better, listen.
Yeah.
Do not, I don't want better, I want you.
I know, that's the worst.
Take that phrase, put it in your pocket,
Cut
and
yourself
walk
your
out.
losses. Cut yourself your losses.
If you ever utter that phrase,
be like, okay.
babe.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because...
Be like, okay, we'll do, and leave.
Have you said it? Oh, I've said that.
I've definitely told, when I say that to people where I'm like, you know, I'm just not looking for anything right now. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. I don't believe in that. I think if this is the right person, I'm willing to make time. So it's like, if I'm telling you, like, I'm very flexible and elastic in the fact that if I really care about somebody, I'm going to make time for that. So if I'm telling you I don't have time for a relationship, I don't think this is a good time, it's probably code for I don't like you that much.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth.
I do think, going back to soulmate talk, though, about right person, wrong time, I do think that, like, if people are meant to be together, they will find their way back.
And that's true. That is true.
Such an advocate for that.
I believe in that, too. But that's because I'm a Pisces. Okay, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Well,
so.
One of my favorite movies is When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, yes.
And the
Classic.
entire plot of that is, like, them, like, eventually finding their way back
to
each
stop
other.
Stop enabling me, Hollywood.
Yes,
You're giving me these false ideas and expectations.
Also, the whole plot is that they can't be friends because he's attracted to her. But anyway, it's, like, that feeling of, like, I just think that people that are meant to be together end up together.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I mean that in, like, a soulmate way, or just in the sense of, like we're gonna find our way back to each other. And I think that's, like, a cool... That's one of my beliefs when it comes to relationships. I don't really know what other beliefs I hold near and dear in a relationship, but that's one of them.
I agree with you. I do believe in that. Do you think friends are the same way? Like, if you grow apart from a friend, that you'll, like, eventually circle back to each other if you're, like, friends, soulmates, or whatever?
I do. I think the people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life.
I also think people are there for different times. I'm a big person in, like, a reason or a season or whatever. I don't know what that's saying. There's, like, a saying. It's like, you were in my life for, like, a reason or a season or something.
A lesson or a blessing,
know,
or
like,
whatever.
There's Hallmark
something
phrases.
or other.
But basically, like, I believe there's some relationships truly have expiration dates, and that sounds negative, but I don't mean it in a negative way. It's like, you aren't meant to have everyone in your life forever.
Yes.
You're just not.
And
like,
it's like, stop trying
things.
Yeah, stop trying to force that. And I feel like that's the problem. Like I said, like, I think people will come back eventually if they're meant to come back, but like if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. And I feel like people need to, like, have that mindset more of, like...
Yeah, they won't let go.
Yes.
They're like, but it's mine, and they're, like, clenching on for dear life. It's like, they stopped, like, they mentally checked out of this months ago. Like, you need to just cut yourself your losses.
Yeah. If someone, like I said, if someone tells you you deserve better, listen. That's my advice.
I also was watching, like, what was it? It was a YouTube video. And they were like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. Like, take mixed signals as a no. Do yourself a favor. Because...
That's great.
That's actually, I think...
Very
insightful.
It's true.
I think it's insightful, too, because it's like... Think about when you've really liked somebody. It's like, have you ever been like, oh, thinking about the logistics? Like, oh, no, I just am so busy this week. But, like, no, it's like, if you really like somebody,
make it work.
You're going to make it work.
Yeah.
And so if people are giving you these excuses time after time and mixed signals, it's like, they're probably not that into you.
Just not that into you.
And I think a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth.
Yes.
You know?
People need to accept these truths that, like...
It's harsh, but it's actually better for you in the long run. Like, it might be hard at the time, but it's like, the longer you hold something in your life that's not meant for you, the more you're, like, taking up space for what is.
And it's so draining, and it becomes, like, you kind of become, like, resentful of, like, that person, almost.
True.
of like I keep trying to fix you and it's not working and you're not changing and I'm just like getting more frustrated.
And it's like both people are wrong because it's like obviously if you know we're grown adults here, like if you know you're not that into me, don't lead me on.
Yeah.
Tell me so I can move on.
And but also what the hell am I sticking around for?
Don't expect. It's like you're just as bad for trying to make this person change when they're clearly indicating to you that they're not going to, and it's like whether that's by them literally saying it or just through actions,
through their behavior. I saw something, it's like an apology without change behavior is like manipulation. And
that's so true.
Yeah.
I saw that too. Was it on TikTok? It was like on an Instagram reel that I saw it.
I've seen it somewhere, but I do think that's true too, of like if someone says they're gonna change or they're gonna do this, that, and the other thing and they don't, it's like they're leading you on. Absolutely. They're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna change it. So just...
And it's like the oldest, tale in the world is just sometimes people are jerks and they enjoy having multiple people into them. They like having multiple girlfriends or boyfriends because who wouldn't? It's like flattery, it's like it's like, oh, this person likes me, but so does this one. It's like, of course they're going to keep you on the hook if you keep going out of your way to do things for them, and they don't even have to give you anything. It's like they're like,
you're there no matter what.
They're like, I don't even have to give this person anything. I don't even have to do the bare minimum, and they're obsessed with me. They're complimenting me, whatever it is, doing my schoolwork, whatever.
It's nice to be liked.
Yeah,
and that's what it comes down to. I know people who like they'll do their partner's like homework, like log into their Canvas and do.
That's why I said do your school, because I know I'm not even gonna lie, I was stupid in high school and I did a guy's paper.
Boo.
I did. Stop. It's so embarrassing. I hate talking about it. I actually hate talking about it because it is so embarrassing and I cannot believe that I did that. But I did, because I was like, he was like, oh, I'm sad, I don't want to do my paper. He's like, can you edit it for me? And I was like, sure. And then I log in and then it was like his name.
And it's like,
and then he's like, I'm going to bed. And then I was like, oh my God. So I should have, and I think about this, how disgusting is that he knew he could go to sleep and he would wake up and it'd be done. How disgusting is that? He wasn't even worried that I wasn't going to do it because he knew I was going to. That is like gross girl behavior. We don't do that. We don't do that, ladies. Take notes. Don't do that.
Listeners, never do anyone else's homework. Never do a partner's homework. A significant other. They are not worth it.
And don't ask them to do yours, because ultimately, number one, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, you're the one who's got to pass the test in the
also,
end.
academic integrity. Hello.
We're going to be teachers.
Dr. Fick.
Yeah, Dr. Fick. That's right.
We have integrity.
That's right. Period. Oh my God, my high school principal is gonna hear that.
Yeah.
He's gonna believe she was writing other people's papers. And what's stupid is I did it for free. I didn't even ask for any sort of payment. And then he didn't even go out with me. Isn't that terrible? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I am like mortified sharing. Like, I can't even believe that I'm coiled right now. You guys can't see me. I'm like coiled back in my chair. Like, I'm like covering my chest with my arms. Like, my body language
We're cringing.
I'm so embarrassed at that story. But it's like, in my defense, I was like 16. But like, still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm 21 now. I've learned.
At that point, you think it's like, okay, this is what I have to do and it'll like me.
Yeah. And like I said, I think because I did go to an all-girls school, I'm like developmentally behind in terms of like relationships and boys. No, really, because I didn't really have my first true experiences with guys. And, like, I had them in middle school, but then I didn't have them again until college because, like I said, I did, like, theater in high school, and that's not it's just mostly girls. It's predominantly girls, and so, I didn't really meet a lot of guys through that, and I was always at the school. I did, like, student council, so I just didn't meet guys. So I'm, like, I thought back then that that's the type of stuff you had to kind of, like, mold yourself. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you had to kind of just play by the rules. Yeah. Like, oh, well, he wants me to do his paper, and that's just what you do. But
yeah, then they'll like me.
Yeah, no, it's not. If you have to do those things for somebody, they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope if there's some young girls listening, don't write the paper. Go get your beauty rest instead. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was so freaking tired that day. Oh, and then he got a 0 on the paper, though, too.
Why did he get a 0?
Because his teacher he was so dumb, I told him to print it. I thought he was going to print it. He didn't. He just sent the Google document to the teacher. You could check Google revision history.
Yeah.
He looked at the history and was like, you didn't write this. Because he obviously knew based on the writing and the quality of the paper that, like,
it was
number one, he didn't write it. But then he checked the Google history and he was like,
he's like, now I know for a fact.
He was like 0. So, yeah. That's my most embarrassing. That's probably my most embarrassing life story.
And now it's on the internet.
Now it's on the internet.
Gross girl behavior.
Gross girl behavior.
I'm trying to think of my gross girl behavior. I don't know if I have any off the top of my head. I'm sure if I thought long and hard, I'm sure if we really mulled over this, I think...
If we, like, reflected for a minute. Well, let's reflect on these quesadillas.
Yeah, while I think about gross girl behavior,
we'll
I embody it.
Yeah, we'll think about your gross... You can sit on that, your gross girl behavior.
Yes.
Let's talk about these quesadillas one last time. What do we think about these quesadillas?
I thought they were pretty good. Like,
I thought they were pretty good.
They weren't like showstoppers like the rest of them.
I was gonna say, I definitely think that the other food we tried was better.
Yeah, but I was a big fan of the texture. I'm a big texture person. I love biting into it. I liked how crispy the bacon was. Mm-hmm. The cheese was melted. Thank you, Chili's.
Yes, Chili's. You pulled through in that cheese. That's true. That was a big part of the quesadilla. Because if the cheese is not right in a quesadilla...
It ruins it.
Ruins it. It was so good. I just wish there was ranch on it.
Yes.
But then again, it makes me wonder, if the ranch was on it, would it make the tortilla soggy?
It probably would.
It probably would. So maybe that was
Chili's knows something we don't.
Maybe the chefs who, like, went to culinary school and are trained in food perhaps know something that we don't.
Because those are the ones who work at Chili's.
Oh, yeah. No, maybe
the culinaries.
Oh, my God.
The culinary
artistes.
artistes.
The culinary artistes, absolutely. But I'm feeling like maybe they know something that we don't, and they purposely did not put the ranch on this quesadilla. So if so, that changes my outlook.
Yeah, I guess also if you're not a big ranch person, like sometimes people just want their sauces on the side.
Well, here's the thing: is like if you're not a ranch person, don't order bacon ranch quesadillas.
That's true too. I'm just trying to argue for the non-condiment girlies.
Devil's advocate. I get it.
But would you order again?
Oh, yeah.
I would order it again. The chicken was good.
I was
into the chicken.
Don't get me wrong, it was good. But it was not my favorite thing that we tried so far, but it was good.
Yeah, like I said, not a showstopper, but
I'm ready
decent.
I'm ready to move on to our showstopper, our finale.
It's back, baby, back, baby, back!
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for this.
Oh boy. Get ready. Okay, so we are back with our most anticipated food thus far. The Chili's baby back ribs.
Yes! Cue the applause.
Woohoo! So it came with fries, but that's not the star of the show.
Yeah, no,
the ribs are the star of the show.
Absolutely.
So let's do this.
Yeah, let's just dive in.
Let's dive in.
They look good.
They do look good.
They're tender.
They're falling off the bone. Oh my God.
Oh my God. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
They hit the spot. Mm-hmm.
I'm sold.
Yes. I took one bite and I'm like, yes, this is phenomenal.
The sauce is good.
The sauce is like tangy.
Yeah, it's like not like a traditional barbecue sauce, which I like.
I think the spice, they did a really good job with the spices. It's like, it's got a little tiny bit of a bite, but not like spicy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, it almost reminds me of like a sweet and sour sauce, kind of. Like some sort of like...
But like really smoky, like a traditional barbecue.
Yeah, but a little different. I like it.
It has their own little special flair.
Yeah. Well,
this is so tender.
This is the name of Chili's game, so we have...
I was expecting big things, I'm not even gonna lie.
I know.
We had to roll up the sleeves for this one. Brooke's wearing white.
Yeah. I wasn't anticipating eating ribs today, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what was gonna unfold.
You never know where the podcast life is gonna take you next.
Yeah, because we were planning on drinking gallon margaritas.
We were. And then we saw the ribs, and we were like, maybe we should
probably eat something. You guys are here for food reviews.
Just jumps right into a gallon margarita review. Episode 2.
Who do you think could drink one faster, Miria?
Honestly, probably you.
Thank you. Probably you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm just being honest. This is so good.
Yeah, I'm into this.
And sometimes, when you get ribs, it's like not a lot of meat on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very charred and dry almost.
Yeah.
There's like plenty of meat on this, on the bones.
Mm-hmm.
They're like nice and thick. So good.
I didn't enjoy ribs until like pretty recently. So
really?
This is exciting for me.
You didn't like ribs?
I did not like ribs.
Why? Because they were messy?
I wasn't a big fan of barbecue sauce. I do like barbecue sauce. One of the condiments I do enjoy.
Okay. That's fair. Because they're definitely... I could see how you don't... If you don't like barbecue sauce, you probably won't like ribs. Because these are super barbecue sauce heavy.
Super sauce. Oh! I just dropped my rib on my phone.
It's okay. It didn't look that much of a mess.
That was not bad.
We're good.
I expected that to be a much bigger.
We have a whole roll of napkins here with us.
Yeah. And honestly, like, as far as ribs go, this wasn't that messy.
No.
They could have been saucier, but I think it's
like, maybe don't get it on a first date.
Oh, do not get ribs on the first date.
Like, maybe don't do that. But
I would argue you should probably not get wings either.
That's true.
Like, unless you guys are, like, splitting it.
Unless they're boneless.
And we love us a boneless wing.
We learned
Per
that.
the last episode.
Tune in to our Tea with the Bees if you're curious to hear about the boneless wings.
Fire. Spoiler. Fire.
Yeah, these ribs are really good.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that you didn't like ribs because you were the one who was like, we gotta get the baby back ribs. Like, she was so passionate about it, you guys.
I was encouraged to get the baby back ribs, and we give the people what they want.
Well, the people did not lead us astray because these are delicious.
We are tastemakers. We are crowd pleasers. We do it all.
Really good.
So, I'm impressed.
Me too.
I would get them again.
I totally 1000% agree. I think if I ever go to Chili's again, this isn't normally what I would order. This is probably, I would order this again. I will say I went to Applebee's since the last episode, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I did end up ordering the Fiesta Lime Chicken last time I went to Applebee's, and we will just leave it at that. And I ordered it again. So let's say next time I go to Chili's, I'll probably be ordering these ribs.
Yeah, unless it's a first date.
Unless it's a first date, but...
Unless your date's into it. Suitors, if we go to Chili's for our first date...
Can we split a rack of ribs?
Yeah, would you be into me eating ribs? Comment below.
Yeah. I feel like some guys wouldn't care. Like, if you were on a first date with somebody, is there, like, a food that they ordered that you would be, like, totally off put by? I'm just curious.
I think if someone got ribs, I think I'd be a little
would
like,
you? I would be like, wow, they're really not concerned about impressing me.
I'd be like, whoa, confident.
I don't know, really, I'd be like, honestly, I'd be intrigued. I'd be like, that is a power move.
Yeah.
They said, I'm going to eat ribs and you're going to sit here and watch me.
Yeah, you say the laws of society don't govern me.
Same thing with, like, I guess wings, but also, like...
Crab legs?
Crab legs, yeah, that's so messy. I would be off-put about garlic just because you would smell. Like, come on. I'm not gonna, like, really? You obviously don't want to kiss me if you're ordering garlic. You don't care.
I'm a garlic person, so, like, if we're both eating garlic, then I think we can just learn to be okay with it. I hope.
Well, eventually, yeah, because I like garlic too. But, like, not on the first date.
It depends, because, like, what if you get pizza? Pizza has garlic. Or if you get, like, Italian.
That's true. I do love Italian food. I get, like, chicken parm, though. That's not super heavy on the garlic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
chicken parm's one of them dishes. It does you no wrong.
Are you kissing on the first date?
It depends.
It depends how garlicky the meal was, I guess. God. And it depends
when
if you ate ribs.
If you ate ribs, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, power move. But I think it would make me like a guy more. It depends. Unless he really ate the ribs disgustingly.
Yeah. I feel like anything you eat, like, if you're gross about it, then I could be like,
I'm gonna be like, ew. Do you have, like, pet peeve, like, with chewing? Oh my god, if a guy chews, like...
Oh my
I'm like, no,
god,
we're not doing
drives me insane.
Drives me crazy. I totally agree.
Especially when I worked in the daycare, kids would, like, smack their lips all the time. I was like, close your mouth.
Well, kids are gross. They'll also, like, cough in your face and stuff.
Yeah.
You have no boundaries. They act on intrusive thoughts, children. They really do.
Them and me both, God.
I know, I feel that. But I feel like if somebody, like, chews... You know what I mean? That type of chewing.
Like smacks their lips.
That's gonna give me the ick.
Yes. I was just about to ask. What are your icks in dating? What are your icks in friends? So, well, let's inform the listeners of the ick.
Yeah. So
the ick is something a person does, and it's not necessarily bad or harmful. Mm-hmm. It's just something that kind of...
Yeah.
Icks you out.
Yeah, it's not even like... It could be a normal behavior. Like, it could be something normal. Like, I can't even think of an example. I don't know, like, if a guy, if he wears something, like, I don't know, if there's, like, a certain, like, a turtleneck. Oh my god, that's an ick for me. I don't know, my mind went right there. No, but it's the truth. Okay, I'm so sorry if you're a man and you wear turtlenecks. I don't trust you.
When guys' shoes are untied, that's an ick for me. That's a personal ick. I hate when my shoes are untied. I feel like I'm like a little kid.
But that's the thing. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with a guy wearing a turtleneck, right?
It's just like it personally.
Like, why are you wearing a turtleneck?
Do you know what a big ick for me is?
What?
Like when people have like really weird or like corny Instagram captions. Like,
oh my god, do I ick you out, Brooke? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that wasn't pointed towards you.
I thought it was.
For me, my Instagram captions are my pride and joy. That's where I sparkle and shine.
Oh yeah. Razzle dazzle the people, Brooke. Hello.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So I think for me, if you're just like doing, like, a random song lyric or, like, some stupid pun.
True. It's like there was no creativity there. It's like, it's icky. Like, just
Yes.
put a little thought in there. Pizzazz, you know?
Like, for me, like, I'll do, like, puns, but I'm, like, in on the joke, I like to think, and I like to think that people know that I'm joking.
Yeah,
And
no,
if
you're
not,
funny.
Don't look at my Instagram, because you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
But that's...
Agreed, your Instagram's very funny.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes, you're welcome.
At the Breakfast Club.
I've been trying to let her come up with a new, like, Instagram handle for me, because hers is, like, the Brookfast Club instead of the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, I need something like that in my life, and she's come up with a few, but they're all taken so far, so if you have any ideas for Ashley, like any Instagram puns, leave them in the comments, because we're looking for them.
And maybe we'll pin your comment.
Maybe we will. Maybe you'll get YouTube famous.
Last time I pinned Abby's comment. Abby, friend of the pod.
We love you. Kisses. Kisses for our bitches.
So what are your other icks?
Oh God, I just was so frazzled by that turtleneck thing. I just need a moment. It really icks me out. Because it's also like a body language thing. Like, you know, if somebody's like lying, their neck blotches. Do you know that?
Oh my God, I do that. I was
or they
really
itch
talking
their neck.
about
So it's like,
this,
why
yes.
do you have a turtleneck on? Why are you hiding your neck? What lies are you
blotching?
telling? Are you lying to me? Like, what is this? No, but also I just think it's not. It's off-putting. I don't know. It's icky for no reason. But like I said, that's something that other people wouldn't find icky. Like, that's what it makes an ick. It's like your personal little thing that you just don't like. So that's one thing for me. I also hate it. Oh my God, nothing makes me want to just like move in a cave and just never leave.
Yeah.
Is when a man's like gal, like says gals instead of girls.
Interesting.
I hate it. I'm like, why are you saying gals? Like, okay, gal.
Shut
like,
up.
You're a nice gal. It's like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I hate you. Like, what are you saying gal for? What is this, the 20s? Like, you're such a weirdo. Get out of here with that. What are you saying?
One of my icks is when, like, this is something I've noticed very recently, too, because I work at an eye doctor, so a lot of old people.
Yeah.
When people have to talk to old people and they have to get loud, like, when they...
Oh, I hate that. That's so mean. I think it, like, when
on my end?
No, but, like, no, like, when you have to, like, when people, I don't know, because, like, I guess because my grandfather's, like, hard of hearing, when, like, he's, like, funny, but he cannot hear, he's, like, a hearing aid, and you'll be, like, talking to him normal, and then he looks at you, doesn't hear it, and then you say it loud, and then he's like, well, there's no need to shout. It's like, I'm like, I feel bad after, I'm like, oh my God, like, I wasn't yelling at you, but.
Yeah, but, like, hearing people talk to old people and they have to talk loud and, like, repeat themselves is, like, oh, I don't know why. That is so new for me.
That's so funny.
Also, when people comment on celebrities' Instagram posts.
Oh my God, same!
They're not gonna comment
like,
back.
Bruno Mars is not looking at what you gotta say, my dude. Why are you commenting?
And it's the worst when it's, like guys commenting on, like Emily Ratajkowski's booty pics.
See, for me, it's worse when...
And it's, like, the peach and the eyes. Oh, she wants you so bad. Oh, my God. She has never seen a comment of such magnitude and originality before. Any day now. It's yours. She's yours for the taking.
See, that's so funny. See, I almost think it's worse when it's, like, they're commenting at, like, their face, like I said, like, just a random, like, a Bruno Mars, or just, like, I don't even know. Like, if it's, like, a random celebrity that you just wouldn't pin with them. Does that make sense? Like, a celebrity that you wouldn't pin them for liking? And I'm not saying, like, that... I'm not saying that you can't like whatever celebrity, but I'm just saying, when you meet somebody, right, you have an idea of their personality. Like, you might not pin them to be into, like, whatever trend. So it's, like... Just like, and I keep saying Bruno Mars because this is a specific example of a guy who...
I was gonna say, it feels like a specific example.
No, it was just this guy, and he always just listened to, like, rap music. Right? Like, he just liked his rap music.
It's just the way he is.
And that's fine. Like, you can like rap music, but then I'm looking...
Did you get the pun? Just the way you are.
Oh my God, stop it. No, that took a minute.
Boo me out of the room.
Oh my God, Brooke. Okay. Anyway, he was listening to his rap music, and that's all he ever would listen to. And then one day, I'm scrolling on Instagram, and it was like Bruno Mars posted like a birthday picture or something, and he commented like "Happy Birthday" or something on Bruno Mars's Instagram. It was very odd to me, and I was like, I think that's icky.
Well, did you consider the fact that maybe that made Bruno Mars's day?
Oh, well, I mean,
it
true.
was his birthday.
It was his birthday. I don't know if it was his birthday or if he posted a picture with somebody, but it was like a birthday.
It was someone's
post.
birthday.
I remember it was a birthday post, and I could probably pull up the post because I don't think Bruno Mars posts that often, and it was just the most off-putting like thing. I was like, what? Like, it was so weird. Like that's weird. I think.
Oh, and I think it's the same with like sports figures too. Of like, good game today.
But this is so.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Like because they need you, Kyle, from like Philadelphia, to verify whether or not you know how to play baseball.
5'10", played basketball at Father Judge.
I know, like literally, like it's gonna make his day that you're saying good job with that play or whatever. Like because they needed to hear that from you, Chad.
Also, they literally make $10 million a year. Some might think that's what they're supposed to do. Just play really well. And
do you see, like, comment below if you think we're being irrational. I feel like we probably are we're 100% being irrational.
Oh, probably. But also, comment your icks down below.
Everybody's got them. Everybody has, like, icks that just kind of make them, like I said, like, certain words, like, gals, like, makes me want to vomit when a guy says, I don't know why, I cannot stand it. But do you have, like, friendship icks? Do you think that's a thing?
I don't know, I'm pretty forgiving of my friends.
Me too. I think I'm more forgiving of but I also think, like, with friends, is we're all weird around each other.
Yes. And
it's okay.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in a relationship with somebody, even like a more of a new relationship, obviously the more you get to know each other, you get more comfortable. But it's like, I'm not going to be like a raging weirdo like I am with my friends when we first meet a guy. Like, they have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, they might suspect I'm weird, but they don't know. They have no idea how weird I am. Like, my friends know how weird I am.
Do you know an ick I just remembered?
I'd love to hear it.
I mean, I guess this is probably just an ick for everyone. I don't even know it's an ick, but it's a very bad habit I have. Mm-hmm. If, like, someone is, like, throwing up and making, like, the gagging sound, I laugh. So, like, if, like, a guy is, like, throwing up next to me, like, I don't mean it to hurt their feelings. It's almost just like an instinct when they make that sound. I'm like,
do you like?
It's so dramatic.
This gives me the energy. God. Do you remember the episode of the Kardashians where Kourtney's like, Kim just has this ugly crying face? I can't help but laugh. I don't think it's funny that she's crying, but her face is just so ugly. This gives the same energy.
I'm like, what's with the sounds? What's with the theatrics of this? God,
it's so dramatic, like over the top, like out of control.
But
that's just like I don't like it when guys like sneeze. It's like they're like I'm like, what are you doing? Like etchooing. Get your etchoo out of here. Like,
personally, I'm not a fan of when guys like smile or laugh.
That's the worst.
That is such an ick to me.
I'm like, why do you have any happiness right now?
Yeah.
You don't deserve it.
I'm here to rob you of your joy.
Oh my god.
This is a joke. This is a bit, by the way.
We're joking. We're joking.
We're not monsters.
No, we're not that. We're like monsters, but not that kind of monster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People are allowed to laugh around me, I guess.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's any such thing as like icks in friendship as much as your friends can like irk you. Like, it's so normal, I think, for friends to get sick of each other.
I think it's healthy almost.
I think it's healthy. I think it's weird if you constantly are around each other and just never even, like... I think that's codependent, when you can just be around somebody all the time. And I know I said earlier how I'm with my friends all the time, but I don't mean, like, 24/7. I think when you're, like, on a trip... Oh my god, we're going to Italy in May with our school, like, a group of us. Shout out to, like, Brenna and Gab. friends of the pod. But, we were like talking about
soon to be enemies of the pod.
Soon to be enemies of the pod because we're gonna be spending like days together.
12 days.
12 days.
One room.
And that's
four dreams.
I know, right? Like, I'm just like, I've actually never traveled before, so I'm already going to be anxious to begin with. But also, I think traveling with people in general is a real test of your connection to them. It's a real test of like how well you guys are compatible in a relationship or even as friends.
Yes.
Because people, I think sometimes traveling, the stress of it can bring out the worst in you.
Luckily for us, our trip is already planned and all we have to do is kind of show up.
We're just showing up. Yeah, we're just showing up, literally.
But Brenna's suggestion was that when we're traveling within Italy, like on a bus trip or whatever, going to a different city, that we don't talk to each other on the bus.
Kind of genius, not gonna lie.
So we all have like our alone time. And
yeah.
I think I support that message. I think that's something I can get behind.
100%. No, totally. Because it's like you need some separation. Like I need alone time in general, even from my family and from whoever. But like, I need my alone time. Like, I can't be with somebody 24/7. But there's some things that friends do that, like, irk me every now and then. Like, I guess
Tell me more.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, because, like, I really do get along with my friends very well. I'm trying to think of something that might, like, irritate me. I guess, yeah, just, like, there's a point where you're just around each other so much where you just need a little bit of a break.
Yeah, and I remember the one semester when we had, like, all of our classes together. That was funny, because I think we started to get sick of each other.
Oh, by the end. Probably, like, we had some days where we'd be there for, like, 9 to 7 at night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just
constantly,
all together.
constant exposure.
And so, and it was every day. Or every other day. Like, it was almost every day. But, yeah, we would definitely... You hit points where you just, like, bicker a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that's
bump
normal.
heads. Yeah, and I think,
yeah, conflict is different than contention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, everyone bickers, everyone argues. Like, everyone gets on each other's nerves at some point. I don't think that's, like, the worst thing in the world.
I think it's healthy. I actually get concerned when somebody doesn't argue with me, especially friends or dating, because here's the thing, is, like, I want people in my life to, like, make me better and hold me accountable. Like, don't just yay say everything I'm saying. Like, if you disagree with something, tell me.
Yeah, you don't always need a yes man.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And also, it's like, I just feel like, don't you have a spine? It's like, don't you have your own thoughts? Like, contribute. You know what I mean? Contribute an interesting thought. Like, you don't have to agree with everything I think verbatim.
Yeah, people like that who just, like, don't have their own, like, thoughts and opinions on things. I'm just like, how do you get through life just like, like, that? Oh my god, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I say everything that comes to mind and I still lose my mind. Because I'm like...
Could you imagine if we didn't? Like, how crazy we would be?
What would the world be without my opinions on Miranda Cosgrove's About You Now?
And our ex and Corbin Blue's armpits?
I think the world would be a worse place for it.
I 1000% agree.
So, let's circle back to these... Let's circle baby back.
Baby back. That's funny.
The jokes are flowing.
Your puns are just out of control tonight, Brooke.
It's the Laugh Factory up in Ashley's basement.
Oh my god.
So, what's your take? What do we like? What don't we like?
Love them. Love the ribs. Delicious. Would 100% order again. Super tender. The sauce was great. There was a lot of sauce on it too. Sometimes the sauce dries up.
Yeah. When
you like cook it, or when it just dries, it like crusts. Which is like, I personally like a saucy rib. That's just me. Some people don't.
I like a saucy everything.
No, I agree. That's me. I'm like, the more sauce, the better. But other people don't agree with that, but that's my opinion. So if you like a lot of sauce on your ribs, which I think you're a psychopath if you don't.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
It's true. I think these are definitely worth ordering. They're definitely worth trying.
I agree. And if you're getting these on the first date, extra sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really sparkle and shine.
100%.
Really dazzle that girl.
Maybe ask them if they got, like, some garlic they could put in that sauce.
Just a garlic.
Some, like, anchovies or something really nice for the palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially because the smell of garlic, like, comes out of your pores,
Oh, my
too.
God, yeah.
It never leaves.
Oh, well, that makes it more attractive. Are you kidding? Who doesn't love that smell?
If you smell like garlic, comment below.
Comment below.
Ashley will go
I'm
on a
interested.
date with you. But I agree with pretty much everything you said. It was really tender. The sauce, I was interested by. It was not like your traditional barbecue sauce, which I didn't hate.
It was really ketchupy.
Yeah.
Which I know you don't like to hear, but I'm going to tell you. I didn't want to say it, but it's got... Because ketchup is in barbecue sauce. It tastes like the ketchup came through. It was pretty tangy.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't tell me that before.
I know, because now she's like, I hate them.
That would have given me the ick.
The smell of ketchup does give me the ick.
The look of ketchup gives me the ick.
Sorry. I have a bottle of ketchup down here because I put it on the burger earlier. Yes. I think now comes, like, the part that everybody's been waiting for. They're dying to know.
Anxiously.
How are we gonna rank these foods?
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, our definitive ranking of all of Chili's foods that we've tried today. So, Ashley, what's in last place for you?
Last place for me. That's interesting. Give me a second. Because I'm, like, torn. I'm torn between two things. I honestly think for my last place, I'm going to say the mozzarella sticks.
Oh, I know. We are not going to come to terms with anything in this ranking.
I know we're not.
Okay, can I spit a really unpopular opinion?
Yes.
For my last, the Southwestern egg rolls.
I strongly disagree.
They were good. I just liked everything else better.
That's fair. I just don't agree with that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I just don't agree with that because honestly,
it's funny because our Applebee's ranking matched exactly, and now we're on opposite sides of the spectrum.
I knew we were gonna be. So we'll put these right now at the bottom, and we'll talk about it. We'll circle back.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep a column. I'm writing this down. So I'm gonna keep a column of Brooke's, and I'm gonna keep a column of mine.
And let us know if we're valid or not. What do you like? If you agree with our rankings, if you think we have the worst opinions in the entire world, let us know.
So, my last place was the mozzarella. Your last place was the Southwestern egg rolls. Yeah. You're gonna not like this one.
Okay, what's your second to last?
I'm like, you're...
Just, I can handle it. Rip the Band-Aid off.
The quesadillas.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
I can accept that.
Okay. I didn't know how you were gonna take it. Yeah, my second... They were fine. Like, I feel like you could get it at any restaurant. I don't think it's anything special for Chili's.
I agree. And I think for that, that's why my second to last will also be the chicken bacon ranch quesadillas.
Okay, so we've come to terms with something. Got it. Okay. So, this is crazy. I'm like...
Ooh, I'm sweating.
I'm sweating too.
Woo.
Okay, third. For me, it's the Big Mouth Bites.
Okay.
It's my third.
Okay.
That's my third. Only because they, like I said, I like a medium patty, and I thought they were well done.
Yeah.
I'm not a well done person.
I get that.
But it was really good. I still think it was all really delicious.
Yeah, I didn't think they lost much from it, but do you want another unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
My third place is the baby back ribs.
The ribs! Okay.
Again, not because I didn't like them, but because I just thought other things were better.
I know what your first is already going to be. That's so funny. I think we're... I'm laughing.
Opposite sides.
I'm laughing. Yeah, okay. So my second place... What do I have left? Yeah, my second place was the ribs.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
This is really funny. Okay.
My second place is the Big Mouth Bites. I thought they were really good, and I really enjoyed it, even though it was a very weird combination of, like, ranch on a burger. But now I know that's something I'm into, so...
I am cracking up because my number one favorite was the Southwestern egg rolls, and that was Brooke's least favorite. That was my favorite thing.
And my number one is the mozzarella stick.
And that was
Ashley's favorite.
I think it's so funny. So, interesting. So basically, I'll just recap. I'll recap my ranking. So, I said first place, the egg rolls, the Southwestern egg rolls. Second place, the ribs. Third place, the Big Mouth Bites. Fourth place, quesadillas. Fifth place, mozzarella sticks. Brooke said first place, mozzarella sticks. Second place, the Big Mouth Bites. Third place, the ribs. So we had it reversed. I had second place ribs. She had second place cheeseburgers. And then I had third place cheeseburgers. She had third place ribs. We both agreed on fourth place quesadillas. But she put Southwestern egg rolls as her last when I put that as my first. So our first and our last are reversed.
What does that say about us?
I don't know what that says about us, because we agreed on everything in the middle, pretty much. Pretty much. I would say 2 and 3 is, like, exchangeable.
Are we not platonic soulmates?
I don't know.
Why can't I say platonic?
I know, you're platonic. Platonic.
I put the emphasis on the PLA, God.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's, like... Well, we're not done ranking, technically. So this was our ranking of the food. But how do we rank it in terms of, like, against Applebee's? Is Applebee's or Chili's better?
Oh, Chili's slammed Applebee's.
I agree.
I didn't want to say it. Get out of here.
No, I'm sorry, Applebee's. Don't send us, like, a cease and desist, but...
Or do.
Or do. I mean, this is just our opinion. In our opinion, it could also be the one we went to. Who knows? But... In our opinion, and I'm so sorry, Gab, because our friend of the pod, she works for Applebee's. We still love Applebee's, don't get me wrong. I went there the other night. I still enjoy Applebee's, and I will. But Chili's, man, I was surprised. I haven't had Chili's in a really long time.
Yeah, me neither. They knocked it out of the park.
I'm, like, gonna go back.
Oh, I would definitely go back.
This is, like, pretty good.
Especially because we need drinks.
Oh, yeah, we need the gallon margaritas. This, I'm, like... So far in the standings, guys, we got... First place Chili's and second place Applebee's.
So this is interesting.
Things are folding out quite interestingly here, aren't they?
So we hope you enjoyed us getting silly at Chili's.
Tune in next time to watch us Chick-fil slay at Chick-fil-A. But now it's time for the real question.
Do you want to take it to go?